election for that particular place, then they will do another election. Now wetin the law talk? So if overvoting dey and they no write am for the paper, they just announce am, e mean say the result for dey different, because if to say they write am, they for cancel the election for those places. So unreadable documents, overvoting, blood documents, if to say these things no dey, e for give us different results, e for give us different outcome, and na wetin make us go court with that, because they don't do us mago. Thank you well well.
The section 167, the one that says court may presume existence of certain facts, that one where you talk say you send producer, they try to see how you fit project them, but I don't know whether you still they hear me. I be network don't carry you through away, because where you there now be like say Nigeria they happen to you. Nigeria, when I mean where they happen to you, now the NEPA where they take and then they take and they bring light anytime where they like. So I see as it happen. But anyway, Sha, why would they wait for that very section? Make it come on the screen so that all our people go see them. Make we kukuma take a look at the third something. That is the third question. We say they come out from well-meaning Nigerians. Make we for digest that one before we go to the other things we're there for table. Let's have it projected. At least the third question coming from them, from our people, where we say they around where they don't ask plenty question about judgment and how would they expect the judgment to reflect the INEC issues where we say we get. Yeah. So let me take it. It said this number 3 says, whether INEC knowingly and intentionally neglected to electronically transmit presidential election results direct from polling units to collation center and upload them from EC8A to IRF portal. Now, while you analyze this, I want to make you get one thing for mind. Say this very something now, one, whether that thing they direct from polling units, now number 1. Then 2, whether they get another collation center, that is like electronic, where electronic results go, so that the person where they for collation center go fit look then look at the hard copy as first to Sokoye take talk, then he go compare. So we won't know whether that thing, because the question where they come out from our people be say, if INEC talk say this thing come out from the Electoral Act, did it happen as Electoral Act direct? And then is it substantial enough to affect this presidential election result? Now waiting there for the screen as he did, I just say make I bring them out this very size, make you understand, because some people they think say now just IREV, no be only about IREV, because they talk about their 2 mode. So over to you.
Very much. As I talk, I beg, I go need our producers to quickly look for that clause 38 and the regulation and guideline, take put them for screen, because I believe say they always sweet me for body and they sweet our public when they read them. You know, when they see them for law, they go believe well, no be just to hear them from my mouth.
Okay,
so
producer, on a don't hear, no say on the listing, it's say make on a check for them clause 38 of the regulations and guidelines. Why in the talk, so that on a go help on projects. So make we not they go.
Okay. Thank you. So what I want to talk now, I want make Nigerians listen very carefully. The attempt to fool Nigerians, the attempt to deceive Nigerians, say now only IREV, they suppose upload results go. We go refuse that attempt. Because Nigerians are very intelligent people. Nigerians are very smart people. We sabi read law. We sabi understand what they write for paper. In fact, we don't even need to be lawyers before we go know what they write for law. The law talks say, INEC, when they want upload, say they go upload, go 2 places, not be 1 place. The first place where they go upload go, now the IREV, that is the INEC results viewing portal. Then they go also upload go another place where they call collation system. That collation system, no we can't look the II for there. They will also use the beavers to upload a scanned copy of the Form EC8A to the INEC result viewing portal where the IREV, that is number 2. Then the next procedure where they will do be say they will take the beavers original copies, take carry all those things, go collation center. So this one 9 day for law. That's why I say make them project and make you read them well by yourself. Say no be only one place INEC suppose upload go now 2 places. The number 1 now collation system for them to use to check results whether they correct or not. Number 2 now IREV so that the public too go fit check whether result they correct or not. So it affect them substantially because they fail to do them directly from polling units. If you see them there, he write and there say now for polling units 90 things supposed happen when you go clause 48. Maybe if you bring clause 48 for them as we don't read clause 38 finish. Same they must do them direct from polling units. Because if they don't do one direct from polling units, I go tell you what if it happen. If they carry and come up for polling units, they fit go write another result for another place. They go come snap that second result where they write, come upload them. So it means say that result where they do for another place, they not do them directly for the polling units. So possibility there of mago and manipulation. You see them. So now the matter be that and now the cocoa. One thing they don't put for screen now the clause 48 we talk say election results shall only be collated. The only time when you go continue to collate be say the collation officer don't check say the number of accredited voters they the same with waiting they beavers and waiting they don't upload where they will not upload electronically transmitted or transferred directly from the polling units. Now the language you don't use for the law be that directly from the polling units. So if you know even if you upload tomorrow, as far as say you not do that upload for the polling unit for where it happened, it means say you don't violate this law. And now so it go take affect the process of the election because if you continue to collate without these things, it means say you don't defeat the purpose and it is possible to manipulate the election. So it affects the election substantially. It affects the results substantially. It affects overvoting substantially. So we know if you know waiting the original and waiting the fake result. Now the matter be that. Thank you very much, my people. Yes, they hear you. They hear me.
Okay, yes, I can hear you because network been carry us through way. So as we come back now make we do. So make we quickly before we go to other things where we say there, make we finish for this one. You get number 3 where we say there for that very list. Make we for deal with that very one quickly so that we'll begin to go to many other things. And people will be saying that they watch us. I may be like say Nigerian network don't do it in then they do, they don't cut. Make we for like and share again, make other obedient no say it okay. Yeah, so this very number 3, okay, now this very one now we deal. That is the thing where we say we deal with now. Okay, let's check out the other things where we say we get and make we for Vanon they go. We get this very thing where we say happen for crude oil theft where we say I don't talk about PO and PO they talk since say now government now them be the people where we say then they take care of this thing. But I see say Angel your mom they do much about this court issue and the waiting INEC do because every time they carry INEC for mouth about this thing. As you see intake talk,
yes,
that you see
yes, you see explain and where. Waiting the whole mago where INEC do us because as they know say they don't shoot themselves for leg for that election thing where they do because true they know say they no do well because they no go fool Nigeria and say the same day the same time where you do election where you promise us say you go do real time see as Okoye just dey talk am e dey sweet for im mouth real time they say they go upload from polling unit as you see explainer to the IREF portals say we go dey see am real They can't do am for Senate, good. They can't do am for House of Reps, good. It come for presidential, where be the cocoa thing, where people come out massively to vote. They can't switch off their portal.
Okay.
They can't switch am off. Say they deceive us. No, not themselves they deceive, because Nigeria they wiser. They wiser because even that time where they promise us, people they hear, people they agree with them. That's why people go collect their voters card. They wait. As new thing don't come out, may we vote. This one they say na real time. Oh, no be that one they use pen. They write anything where they like. But this one na real time and with beavers. Finally, as their corrupt mind, evil mind, they can't do the opposite.
So you see, you don't hear as Angel take talk but the thing will be say I want add for this one, as we expect the judgment to come out from the Court of Appeals headquarters where this tribunal dey. Wetin we dey expect from them? Now outrightly made them talk say all these things will happen. It substantially affected the outcome of the election. You understand? Now, it be number one. And I should say it there among the prayers of our principal will be PO. And I know say, even if it no reach to that very level, but made them for counsel as a concern the other things will be say it there inside the petition where we get. We go address other one next as we come to the next one. Now, you get something where somebody tweet where be say now one of our own about you fit know Miss Pierce. We know say na very vocal and intelligent as on the take talk obedient. I get wetin he put about wetin dey happen for US. She talk say, man, I no even take her chop onions. He gets as she take post am for X. I want, he say, work with me. And as he takes say, work with me, I want to make our people for read them, make you for see how the thing they take, make we carry on. After when we don't read, you feel give us your own input for inside.
Something very interesting is happening with the Atiku Bat case in the USA. A lot of people don't really know the details, but I took my time, went through court documents, did some more researches and brought you a summary. Work with me. So, Atiku's case in the USA is perhaps the most important part of the electoral jigsaw puzzle on qualification of BAT for the following reasons. One of the constitutional requirements to qualify for election as president in Nigeria is to be educated up to at least the school certificate level or its equivalent. BAT listed and submitted Chicago State University as the only school he attended on his INEC form EC9. This satisfies or is equivalent to the requirement of the Constitution. Atiku's US case aims to lift the veil on the fundamental documents BAT used to qualify for and gained that admission. Yes, you guessed right. Documents like transcripts, biodata, WAEC results, testimonial from previous schools, etc. In summary, all such documents that lay the foundation upon which BAT's subsequent qualifications were built, if they exist, are covered by that subpoena Atiku is in court for. If it is confirmed that BAT's fundamental educational documents belong to someone else, that is a female, and that he appropriated someone else's identity to gain admission into CSU, it would mean that all subsequent qualifications built on it will collapse like a pack of cards due to identity theft/fraud. CSU will have no choice than to withdraw any certificate awarded to that identity if they are properly petitioned. It will definitely become an international scandal. Imagine the headlines: Nigerian NERCO bagman president, also guilty of identity theft. On the home front, with the international collapse of his CSU certificate and exposure of the fraudulent fundamental documents, he will fall short of that sacred constitutional requirement of being educated up to school certificate level or its equivalent, as there will be no evidence to prove otherwise. He will explain tire. the courts won't need to ask any questions. From what he filled in his form EC9, he already submitted that he had no other qualification. If CSU certificate fails, then he is automatically deemed as not qualified in the eyes of the law. An international scandal of such dimensions would force the Supreme Court's hand. If it becomes a notorious international fact that BAD does not have a WAEC/school SAT result or its equivalent, they will have no choice but to apply the Constitution in its strict sense to disqualify him. This is why Tinubu is fighting so hard through his lawyers to prevent these records from being released to the Atiku team.
Yes, so make we hold them for there. The thing still the waka they go, but make we hold them there. So as you don't see, credit to Miss Pierce as she take itemize this thing. But what in they interesting for inside be say, if you check that very EC9 form where Bola Tinubu file with INEC, you go notice say na only that very bachelor's degree where in talk say and collect from that Chicago State University na in day there. It means say even the secondary school one where we say Constitution talk where be the limit, he no even put them there. So the meaning of all this one be say, if anything happen bagam for that side, say he no get that very certificate at all. Na him be say wege abina waiting then the kasara don burst for him head. Then say matter don close. So now waiting I think Miss Pills they try to explain for this very tweet where we say she do. But I know say you get the legal angle and you get the legal analysis and the way where you want to take a position and make our people understand and pass this one where we say I take explanate, give. How you take feel about them?
Okay, thank you very much. Now, one of the attempts of Atiku is to bring to fore or to bring to the court the fact that Tinubu obtained a fake result. And not just that, to make sure that his credibility is thrown away. Now, where you submit a particular result to INEC, the requirement by law is a secondary school certificate, that is SSCE or West African, senior secondary, certificate examination result. So in an instance where Atiku through this is able to prove that indeed he doesn't have a legitimate result for, a higher institution in Chicago, it means that without Tinubu providing a secondary school result, he doesn't have any result at all before INEC. So the issue of even forgery is on one side, the issue of not attending a higher institution is on another side, and the issue of not even having any certificate at all before INEC is on another side, because the law is that you must have at least a senior secondary school certificate, result. But let us look at it from another angle. Why is Atiku doing this, even though you can no longer tender evidence before the Court of Appeal? You can no longer tender evidence at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. If he gets this document, is it possible for him to still tender it in court? And the question we were supposed to be asked with this. My answer is very, very simple. Now, for law, the normal thing be say, if you don't finish your case for the trial court, for the first court we hear the matter, you're not supposed to bring new evidence when the case go on appeal. Because if the case finishes at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, it will move up to the Supreme Court. And in law, normally, on a normal circumstance, you are not allowed to adduce new evidence or fresh evidence, on appeal. But in reality, there are instances where new evidences can be admitted or fresh evidences can be admitted by the Supreme Court or in the case of an appeal. Number one is that such evidence cannot be generally admitted if by due diligence, you suppose don't admit that evidence during trial. So if this evidence where Atiku won't go obtain, these documents where Atiku won't go obtain, if it was possible for him to have adduced it during trial and he did not bring it during trial, the Supreme Court may not accept the document. But if it was not possible, then the Supreme Court can accept fresh and legitimate, fresh and new documents in evidence. Another instance is that evidence must be relevant in the sense that, it must affect the decisive or the potential decisiveness of the issue before the court. So it means that fresh evidence wey they wan bring, it must be relevant, it must connect with the issues wey don already dey before the court, and it must potentially affect the decision of the court. Because if the evidence no fit dey relevant, if e no fit affect the decision, there is no need, and the court no accept am. So the big question we go ask be say, this document, if it affect the decision, because you go remember say one of the issues wey dey before the court na matter wey relate to forgery of and the fact wey be say Tinubu no even go Chicago State University, or even if he go, say the documents wey he submit to INEC na fake document. Another question be say whether that evidence wey e dey credible enough.
Okay, the network don't carry our own person away because we no fit hear am again. Why would they wait and say make you come? Would they talk about oil theft? Waiting to happen. Okay, yes, you are back. Thank God. This network, carry the go.
Okay, I beg, I apologize for this my network issue. I don't know wetin dey cause am today. So
make we
the thing be say,
time no dey.
So the evidence suppose dey credible, and if it dey believable, say that evidence people must feel believe and say indeed, say it dey capable of affecting the case. So e get other things where they suppose look before they go admit new and fresh evidence on appeal. So now some of the things where they look, but that Atiku case dey very important in the sense we say it still dey possible for the court to accept them when they reach Supreme Court to show say indeed Tinubu no even go higher institution, or even if he go say the result when he submit na fake results wey nobody give am for the higher institution where he go. Na the matter.
The way why I take where them with the present evidence for court that very time, I recall say no be only us, even PDP bring that very something, say that very certificate as they bring and come say na fake. So it on there already there as evidence for court, and if you reach the time for Supreme Court go see say I think wetin Atiku won't achieve. In one tell Nigerians say see who Bola Ahmed Tinubu be. See all those things where in carry come, say all those things na lie. And now it just won't make Nigerians know. Meanwhile, because if we come for the cocoa will be who win election, if you don't follow their case, you go here when their lawyers they talk about 25% of our budget say even Atiku no get. So I no think say Atiku really they go they fight this thing say in win election or something. Now because of say Tinubu they disqualified, when them they fight before the election even starts. Now that fight instill the fight they go say Bola Tinubu no suppose follow run this race where they run now. So I don't think say in case be say in win election, because I see how their matter they go. Then they talk about the 25%. I know say no get time, and but in the basically they talk say Tinubu no qualify to even start run the team for them. With that one, make we for waka go to the next thing we be say dey for our table for here, and that very thing where we get now the crude oil theft we be say it dey happen. And why we want talk about this thing be say PO wey be our principal, His Excellency P2B, don already tell us say now wetin be the first thing wey him go do if he enter. He say people wey be say dem dey drink the oil like water, say him go stop am. Him go give them water to the drink. Now so him take talk. So as this theft they go on, him tell us say na government na then they steal. Now before we enter this talk, I go want make we hear as PO take talk am, and then we'll come back to waiting just the happen. Where be say then they steal this oil, and who then they catch and how Navy they take talk. But make we start with waiting the revelation where PO give us about waiting they happen about oil for Nigeria. Let's take a listen.
The reason why we had a situation where you can't see or compare anywhere in the world where there's high oil prices and we have huge deficits. It's very simple. We're the only OPEC country without the only OPEC country, apart from Venezuela, with sanction that is not meeting up our oil quota. The reason is because of oil tax. And I've said it everywhere. Oil in Nigeria is being stolen by people in government. Nobody can steal oil. It's not a sweet. You can't go into grocery shop and steal something and put it in your pocket and go away on your back. You can't steal oil like that. For you to steal oil, a ship has to come into your territorial waters, load the oil. And no ship can go into a nation's territorial waters without the approval of its navy. And you load it. For you to leave, you have to have approval. And everybody knows where every ship is on the surface of the earth. It's something that's recorded. So, if somebody is able to take away oil, there's a high level connivance between external and internal people who have organized for the oil to leave. And you can even trace the oil to where it is offloaded. So it's not something, it's not an easy thing to steal. Yeah. It can only be done officially. And that's it.
Yes, so as on I don't hear our PO take talk, in let us understand, say, nobody feels steal oil. All this they are talk about stealing crude oil and vessel enter Nigeria and all of that. PO talk say, you no fit steal crude oil for Nigeria without government knowing. No, if hand of government no dey inside, now where you want pass enter, where you want take go. You get another video again where somebody do wey be say for Nigeria here, in dey show how even nowhere wey be say anybody dey carry vessel dey pass where they no go see am. How this crude thief still dey happen? If no be say na the government wey we get, na them be the thieves wey be say e dey happen. Na them be the criminals wey be say e dey. But make we first, before we even talk about am, make we listen to that video where that person, the show producer, if he showcase all that video where that person dey inside, they show say no ship or be vessel fit enter Niger water where they no go see am. Abeg make you for put am, make we look am first before we talk about this thing.
Some things now. I did on board a unanimous vessel. I no go like to mention name. This ship where they see so now VLCC. As you can see, I'm a very large cargo carrier. Look out. You see the size of the ship. You see the size. This ship where they see if you carry 1 million barrels minimum. At least give and take minimum 1 million barrels of crude oil. Now there is something called the AIS. We have all these things. Now they take track vessel. All these things. Every navy of every country in the world get these things. All these things. The moment a vessel enter your territorial water, this thing goes here. The moment any vessel, even from like 1,000 miles from your port, they go down see am, say they come. All these things they take and they track vessel. You see all those green things there. Now vessels then where they come the place where I did, they still they far, but this thing don't catch them. Say then they come. Now all these things now things where they track vessel. This particular one now, this one is called GPS, Global Positioning System. Then the other one I first show now, this one are the AIS, Automatic Identification System. Now you see all these things there is another one where they call Long Range Identification Tracker, LRIT. Now there is no way ship of this magnitude, ship of this size, go enter Nigeria load crude oil, sail out without being noticed. And they tell us that nobody know when he come, nobody know when he go. You understand me? Already, the moment any ship just they approach your territorial water, the Navy from the control room go down see am. You understand? But to say Navy no know when ship come go.
So now down here we get well-meaning Nigerians in many places where we say now use them be and then go open up some certain things where we say we think say they hidden. The long and short of it, we don't hear the one of PO, we don't hear this one. We get other ones where we say we go show. But the important thing where I want make we know be say now government they steal oil. Now government they impoverish Nigerians. Now then they put us for this kind trouble where we dey. And that's why we talk say now the new Nigeria now we dey. That's why all obedience dey together. Talk say na new Nigeria we dey. Maxwell, I know say you dey there. The important thing for here, I know say this one no be legal, but you ma, you know wetin dey happen for Nigeria. Money no dey, suffering plenty everywhere. And our people, as then they suffer, then they share money somewhere, and government go to allow them, they come, they carry our crude, they come out, then go tell us, say, native, they come. We will still go for that video, but how you take think am?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. See, the thing they say, I know what make people begin the things in only lawyers, nine sabi everything pass. And now one of the reasons why this program, they come to you, where they watch or where they listen, because it takes nothing to read and understand. You don't even need a lawyer to help you understand that now government now they steal oil for Nigeria. You don't need anybody to make you understand. The fact is, the Nigerian government is in charge of oil mining or milling or whatever the language may be. Oil explorations in Nigeria. The government is the one that is in charge of it. It is government officials that load every ship that comes to take oil. It is the same government officials that runs all the paperwork of all the ships. So to even begin to think that an individual, a simple citizen, is stealing Nigerian oil is a fraudulent misrepresentation by the government. Of course, we already know that these capacities are there. These particular ships that we have that can do all these trackings, all these gadgets and technological devices that can track ships from whatever range. Because we have a territory as Nigerians. If we don't have these things, how do we track people who troop into our territory? Of course, we have them. And they know every ship that comes into the Nigerian territory to steal our oil. So it is a deliberate attempt. Okay, ask yourself. No government official Hadi Sirika now participate for the crime where they call Nigerian Air today. Till today, we never see any aircraft where they call Nigerian Air. We don't fly for Nigeria. No be still government official will be the former humanitarian minister. That woman wasting plenty money through the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. No be still government official Chidi. What of the one for NDDC? Even the current president of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, when he did NDDC. Honorable, off your mic. This is, we are aware of it. All these people are government officials that use government offices to steal government money and monies of the people. So to even begin to accuse ordinary citizens, say that they steal oil, we not be momo people now. We not be dull people. We did very intelligent, and we know that it is government that steal these things. Officials of government participate in this crime, and they are all in cahoots, and they know the people, and they've refused to mention the people. When they are ready to mention the people and prosecute the people, we will know that the government is now serious to bring these things to. So Peter Obi know wetin he dey talk when he dey talk say indeed we supposed to hold government accountable for the stealing of petroleum for Nigeria.
Yes, so without very quickly see, they say 350,000 what they call them tons be capacity vessel. Where we say then catch and waiting then they talk. So you know say some of them then go talk say then catch where then just one show say work there then they do work and all that one. Let's take a listen to waiting then take to talk for that one.
The 350,000 capacity vessel MV Cecilia Imo, initially built to be a service boat, was converted to a storage tank for illegally refined petroleum products, also known as automated gas oil AGO. Conducting journalists around the vessel, authorities of Operation Delta Safe (OPDF) said the arrest was made following credible intelligence.
And as part of the efforts at optimizing and ensuring that the mandate of the OPDS is actualized, based on credible intelligence to conduct a covert operation in this area, and the intelligence was based on the fact that there have been illegalities going on within this area, and that operation led to the arrest of MV Cecilia, a vessel that ought to be a service boat but has been converted to storage tank for illegally refined products. So the vessel has been arrested and necessary procedure will be taken in line with extant regulation binding on Operation Delta Safe operations.
The Commander Nigerian Navy ship NNS Pathfinder, Commodore Desmond Igbo, said the Navy remained committed to tackling all forms of illegalities in the nation's maritime environment.
The Chief of Naval Staff was here last week in Niger Delta, and his message and his mandate to us, directives, is that we will carry the fight to the criminals. And this is one of it. We are not relenting. We are poised, and we are going to meet them in the creeks. Even before they start planning, we will be there day and night to catch them. All illegalities and those who are perpetrating it, this is a warning to them, for them to desist, or else we will catch them wherever they are.
The naval authorities also said that the vessel and one suspect will be handed over to the prosecuting agency for further investigation and prosecution.
Don't hear as then they take talk. Now grammar then go speak, then go call them criminals. We be saying that they where they don't already label, and every indication they show saying that government na be the criminal themselves. We be saying against the masses where they Esther no say they do we quickly will not get time again.
We don't hear and finish as our PO take talk. I'm saying our government and then they steal all this our oil. Now you don't ever ask yourself, say all this time they will tell us say they arrest vessel, then seize vessel, then impound vessel, then do this one. Next thing now where we go here be say they don't burn the vessel. Now they don't talk say they don't need, they go arrest the. We don't ever hear for this country say they persecute the criminals where they involve for this kind of matter. Today say monkey hand don't enter soup. Now so we go just they hear vessel has been arrested. Now so we go just they hear they don't burn them. But they don't ever arrest the criminals where they involve for this thing. My people, more that they check them out though.
Okay, well, having established say na government with the criminals will be say them go catch. How they won't prosecute the criminals will be government themselves. We don't know. But make we waka leave that very side. We'll come back to that very side. Make we quickly see what in they happen tomorrow will be Saturday. And it be like say the solidarity march and 1 million march don't they start. So make we quickly look at that one. And I know say UC Maxwell don't begin the show signs say in one waka reach somewhere. Make we take in own intake for waiting how the thing want to go tomorrow. Producer, if you show this thing for screen and also show you Maxwell, make it for no say march day against tomorrow. This one na Monday own now you they show for screen. That one na from Miss Pierce. Credit to her. But you get the one where we say we get for tomorrow. What they happen now? Which state that one they happen? Nasarawa State I be. Yes. So you see Maxwell. I don't know whether you know at least Abuja when you there on a day close to Nasarawa and the one starts whether na scroll test be this. Make we for see, but I know say this match day tomorrow. North Central is already taking the lead. Nasarawa State, behold your date for the peaceful march on all eyes on the judiciary. Check your flyer. Now so then take talk. You see Maxwell, I beg quickly over to you.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy that we are beginning to see things like this, and this is just a bigger response. A reaction to a previous action by the government, by ACON, to take down the billboards of, well-meaning Nigerians, which they mounted in order to set, the people's eyes on the judiciary. But it's unfortunate that they decided to take down that billboard, and the people have, responded in a very, very, strong way by taking the billboard to the streets. We want to be personal billboards in the eyes of the government. We want to be personal billboards in the eyes of government officials, in the eyes of the judiciary, in the eyes of the legislature. For them to know that we do not need to pay big money, we do not need approval from ARCON to mount all eyes on the judiciary. And I'm very happy that we are taking it out. So for me, please, I am calling on well-meaning Nigerians to join the march, join the rally wherever you are. If it is hosting in your state, if you are close to where it is hosting, please join it. And to finally affirm, I want to tell you that the rally is within the ambits of the law. The sections of the law, chapter 4 of the 1999 Constitution, particularly you look at section 40 of the 1999 Constitution, you have the right to organize peaceful assembly. As far as you are not holding weapons, it is not a violent assembly, it is not a secret society. You have the right to go on rallies, you have the right to go on marches, you have the right to go on protests. It is a guaranteed right. It is a right that is guaranteed with the provisions of the Constitution, 1999 Constitution, and even international documents that Nigeria is signatory to. So nobody is going to do anything, nobody is going to arrest you. We are making very strong statements, and by the grace of God, we are making arrangements to see that people are able to, support themselves during the rally, get some waters to drink, because it is very important. And I call on 1 million Nigerians to support people. Don't victimize them. I call the police also and other armed forces, other aspects of the security agencies to support these people. What the police and other people are supposed to do when people go on rallies and marches like this is to defend them and not to oppress them, not to shoot them, not to intimidate them. Please go out there and nothing will happen to you. Let us make the statement very, very clear. I support the marches across the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Maxwell. If you work at the go now, make we enter studio, because people wait there studio, they won't join the talk. Make we start with Princess. We never hear your voice since.
Okay, so all I just want to say is I want to urge all well-meaning Nigerians and obedient, where they Nasarawa, any part of the state in the country, come out. Don't say it no concern you. It concern you directly or indirectly. Don't be relaxed and say it no reach my house. It reach you gone inside your bed, say it reach you. It dey affect you. So come out from your comfort zone and let's rally together. Let's say and unite in unity. Say what we know for sure. Let us voice out our rights and don't relax, because you know that whatever is the outcome of this judgment will affect us. You will affect your family, your children for at least 8 years to come. So if you are coming out, you'll be coming out with that in mind, and we'll be vexed and be coming out and be saying it that we are standing behind the judiciary, so that they will actually do what is right, and they'll know that we are standing with them.
Yeah, so Esther, make we take your own take.
Okay, my people, I don't hear and finish now. Tomorrow you go start from Nasarawa, then on Monday we will also carry and they go Plateau State. Don't they enter for different parts of the country? My people, make I tell you now, our voice must never go down. We must continue to shout it until they hear us. All eyes on the judiciary. Tinubu need to be disqualified, because if then disqualify and so many things, it will stabilize so many things for the country. Number one, it will restore back our confidence to the democracy. Number two, it will bring stabilization to our democracy. Number three, there will be no more rigging. All this one where they talk say it never happened before. It go happen this time and heaven no go fall. So make we no keep our voices down. Make we continue to shout them. All eyes on the judiciary. Judiciary must do the right thing, because they have their dignity to conduct this time.
Yeah, if we get a video of the ones where we say that will be that 1 million march where we do make we for they get inspiration from that very one, and whether they like them or not, we're gonna solidarity and peaceful protests where we say to back and ginger the tribunal across the nation, not be only presidential own, both the governorship and all the tribunals so we say they get for different states. All of them join together. We did their back. wetin we dey encourage them na to do the right thing, to give justice. And you wey be say you dey watch us, we know say we dey since dey talk. If you like wetin we dey do, make we dey talk for obedience, make we dey share and give hope to all obedience and well-meaning Nigerians. Make you for like and share this video. Make other people get notification. Make them know say tomorrow, say it dey happen for Nasarawa, and you talk say on Tuesday or Monday.
Monday, you happen for, it will start for Plateau State.
It will happen for Plateau State again.
Exactly.
So make them for know say all these things they happen and they show for screen, even as we dey talk now. Different dates where it dey happen. If you get the people wey say una go fit do peaceful on again for Lagos, make una do. If you dey by Elsa, make una do. If you dey Benin, make you do. Wherever on a day, any support where you una want, make una reach out to us. Na our own, na the talk person where we say we be to reach all obedience and well-meaning Nigerians everywhere where they dey. Make them know say, see what you una dey do, how they take dey happen. If you get the video, make you check for our description. You go see our phone number. You go see our WhatsApp number. You go upload them for us. We go show obedience, and Nigerians worldwide say see what you dey do. So make you like and share this video, make it for reach others. Angel, I know say your mother don't do muimu since.
Yes, so my obedient people, you know say they call una intelligent, because I know say una sabi well waiting they happen. Make we just ask yourself this question, say the disadvantage and the advantage where they, if court disqualify Tinubu, waiting be the advantages. If court no con disqualify am, con leave am for that place where INEC select and keep, wetin be the disadvantage and the advantage? Una go know say the disadvantage e plenty e boku, because all these garbages wey him carry for him back, all these baggages wey him carry, perjury o, false certificate o, criminal record o, my people, e know wetin go happen. Nigerian people no go even fit travel out without anybody calling them. This one they go call you criminal kolokolo, because from the number one wey be the head of your country, e dey corrupt, e be criminal. How much more the citizens? My people, I beg, all eyes on judiciary. Come out, make they hear our voice. They cannot intimidate us. They cannot silence us. Yes, the harassment, enough is enough. Enough. Make them leave judiciary. Make them leave the justices. Make them do their work. They should stop using DSS to police them around, to chase them up and down. Make them leave them. They know what thing they do. Make Tinubu and APC leave them alone. Make them do their work. They cannot disqualify a House of Rep. Can't leave presidency where he own bad pass the House of Reps. I bet me on a checker. It no good. Thank you so much. We appreciate you for being with us today. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell all the obedient, say things they happen. 1 million march starts tomorrow. Tell your neighbor, say make him come out. Make they hear us as they bring billboards down. They no go remove our shirts. They go remove our bangles. They no go remove these stickers. Our voice must be heard this time. Obedience are always a step ahead of them. We appreciate you. We love you. But God loves you more. Bye for now.